1 in a trillion NBA moments. Get ready to revisit some of the most memorable NBA moments, basketball fanatics. We put together a list of the top 1 trillion moments that have helped shape the NBA into the spectacular league it is today. From buzzer-beating shots to game-changing move, join us as we dive into the past to explore some of basketball's most memorable moments. This is a video you won't want to miss. Whether you're a devoted fan or just admire the aesthetic splendor of the game, let's count down the greatest NBA moments ever while you unwind and relax. Number 15. Tracy McGrady's 13 points in 33 seconds in 2004. To be honest, NBA fans are still in a state of shock over Tracy McGrady's epic feat of 13 points in 33 seconds in 2004. In a game against the San Antonio Spurs, Houston Rockets player Tracy McGrady found himself trailing by 8 points with only 35 seconds remaining. Assuming the game was over, many spectators had already turned off their televisions. McGrady, however, had other plans. To get the Rockets within 2 points, McGrady made a fast three-pointer, stole the ball, and made another one. The Rockets now had a 1-point lead when the Spurs inbounded the ball, but McGrady swiftly swiped it once more and made another three-pointer. McGrady made both of his free throws when the Spurs were forced to foul, increasing his 33-second scoring run to 13 points. McGrady now has a place in NBA history because of his spectacular display of talent, concentration, and sheer willpower. It's a moment that serves as a timely reminder that anything can happen in basketball and that the game may change in an instant. Number 14. Dirk Nowitzki's one-legged fadeaway in Game 2 of the 2011 NBA Finals. In Game 2 of the 2011 NBA Finals, Dirk Nowitzki's one-legged fadeaway was a display of absolute athleticism and elegance. With just a few seconds remaining, Nowitzki was handed the ball with the Dallas Mavericks behind by 2 points in the game on the line. Then, he made a move that would go down in history. Nowitzki sprang off 1 foot, turned his body while in the air, and released the ball with flawless form. To tie the game and force overtime, the ball floated up over Chris Bosh's extended arm for the Miami Heat before gently falling through the net. It was a shot that eventually led to the Mavericks winning their first NBA title. Not only was the shot challenging, but Nowitzki completed it with ease and fluidity, which added to its remarkableness. It was a scene that could only be described as poetry in motion, showing how beautiful and artistic basketball can be when played at the top level. Number 13. Hakeem Olajuwon's dream shake on David Robinson in Game 1 of the 1995 Western Conference Finals. One of the most recognizable plays in NBA history is Hakeem Olajuwon's dream shake on David Robinson in Game 1 of the 1995 Western Conference Finals. Olajuwon received the ball in the post and squared off against Robinson, one of the best defenders in the league, with the Houston Rockets trailing by 2 points and the game on the line. Robinson was knocked off balance by the jab step Olajuwon used to start his technique. Then, he imitated a spin move, sending Robinson swerving the wrong way. Olajuwon briefly hesitated, stalling his defender and allowing him to quickly inhale as Robinson now was out of position. Olajuwon quickly turned around, leaving Robinson flailing helplessly as he made a beautiful fadeaway jump shot. A masterclass in footwork and deception. It was a subtle yet powerful play. Olajuwon's dream shake has now become a mainstay of basketball highlight reels, and players at all levels of the game continue to study and replicate it. Number 12. Derek Fisher's 0.4-second shot in Game 5 of the 2004 Western Conference Semifinals. One of the most amazing buzzer beaters in NBA history was made by Derek Fisher in Game 5 of the 2004 Western Conference Semifinals. Fisher collected an inbound pass and launched a shot that appeared to defy the laws of physics. With just a few milliseconds remaining in the Los Angeles Lakers game against the San Antonio Spurs, and the Los Angeles Lakers behind by 2 points. The shot demonstrated Fisher's resilience under pressure, in addition to being an amazing display of shooting talent. In the fourth quarter, the Lakers were down as many as 16 points, and many spectators had already given up hope of a comeback. However, Fisher wouldn't let up, as his shot whipped up the Staples Center crowd. It was a time when teamwork, leadership, and tenacity in the face of difficulty were powerfully demonstrated. The fact that Fisher's shot is still regarded as one of the best in NBA history is proof of the amazing moments that can occur when basketball is played at its best. Number 11. Tim Duncan's three-pointer in Game 1 of the 2013 NBA Finals. In Game 1 of the 2013 NBA Finals, Tim Duncan's three-pointer was an incredible sight. With barely seconds remaining on the shot clock and the Miami Heat defenders closing in, Duncan, who's better renowned for his imposing post play than for his long-range shooting, found himself beyond the arc. Duncan fired a flawless shot against all odds, which flew through the air and went through the goal to tie the game and erupt into a frenzy among the San Antonio Spurs bench and spectators. It was a time when Duncan's versatility as a player and his capacity to perform when his team needed him most were on full display. The shot also established the tone for the remaining games of the series, which would go down in NBA history as one of the most intense and hard-fought. Duncan's three-pointer served as a reminder that anything can happen in basketball, and that even the most unlikely players are capable of making the biggest plays when it counts. Number 10. Larry Bird's steal and game-winning assist in Game 5 of the 1987 Eastern Conference Finals. A moment of pure genius of basketball IQ was displayed by Larry Bird's theft and game-winning assist in Game 5 of the 1987 Eastern Conference Finals, in the Boston Celtics trailing the Detroit Pistons by 1 point. Bird stole an inbounds pass and sent the ball down the court to a streaking Dennis Johnson, who made the game-winning jumper. But more than simply the assist contributed to how outstanding the play was. Bird's steal served as evidence of his quick reflexes and grasp for the game, because he anticipated the pass and acted before the Pistons were even aware it had happened. It was an iconic moment in NBA history, a testament to Bird's prodigious talent as a player and his perseverance under pressure. The Celtics were able to move on to the NBA Finals thanks to the play, although they ultimately lost to the Los Angeles Lakers. Number 9. Allen Iverson's crossover on Michael Jordan in 1997. In 1997, Allen Iverson's crossover on Michael Jordan signaled a shift in the NBA's power structure. Jordan, the greatest player of all time, was up against Iverson, a youthful and brave point guard, and he wasn't backing down. Iverson executed a lightning-fast crossover with the ball in his hands. Jordan, who was defending him one-on-one, was sent stumbling and collapsing to the floor. The maneuver demonstrated Iverson's superb ball-handling abilities and his capacity to compete against any player in the league, regardless of how illustrious. Number 8. Vince Carter's dunk over Frederick Weiss in the 2000 Olympics. In the 2000 Olympics, Vince Carter's dunk over Frederick Weiss was an example of pure athletic genius. Carter launched himself from the free throw line, flew through the air, and smashed the ball down over Weiss, who was standing motionless in shock. Few players in NBA history had attempted, much less performed, the move that Carter pulled off for the dunk, which was a credit to his extraordinary agility and innovation. Carter's career was forever changed by the incident, which solidified his reputation as one of the best dunkers and most electrifying players of all time. Number 7. Magic Johnson's baby hookshot in Game 4 of the 1987 NBA Finals. In Game 4 of the 1987 NBA Finals, Magic Johnson's baby hookshot was an example of his exquisite finesse and clutch play. Johnson received the ball at the top of the key and drove to the basket with the game tied in the final seconds. The formidable Boston Celtics defense met him, but Johnson produced a flawless hookshot that drifted above the defenders and landed softly through the net instead of attempting a jump shot or a layup. The shot showed evidence of Johnson's extraordinary skill and originality on the court, as well as his capacity to step up when his team most needed him. Johnson's position as one of the best players in NBA history was cemented as a result of his contribution to the Los Angeles Lakers' victory in the game and subsequent championship victory. Number 6. Reggie Miller's 8 points in 9 seconds in the 1995 NBA playoffs. Reggie Miller's 8 points in 9 seconds during the 1995 NBA playoffs was a display of unwavering resolve. Miller walked up to the free throw line with just 18.7 seconds remaining in the game, and the Indiana Pacers trailing the New York Knicks by 6 points. He then made a three-pointer to knot the score after intercepting the inbounds pass. Miller, though, wasn't done yet. He received the ball in the corner with 5.7 seconds remaining and sank another three-pointer, giving the Pacers a 3-point advantage and leaving the Knicks speechless. Miller's extraordinary shooting prowess and his capacity to perform well under duress were on display at the time. Miller's performance solidified his reputation as one of the best clutch players in NBA history, helping the Pacers win the game and eventually advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. Number 5. Kyrie Irving's game-winning three-pointer in Game 7 of the 2016 NBA Finals. A moment of absolute magic and clutch play is Kyrie Irving's game-winning three-pointer in Game 7 of the 2016 NBA Finals. Golden State Warriors guard Stephen Curry was guarding Irving on the outside as the game entered its final minutes, and the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Warriors were deadlocked. A series of deft dribbles by Irving in one quick motion gave him just enough room to unleash a long three-pointer that struck the back of the rim and gave the Cavaliers the lead. The shot was evidence of Irving's extraordinary on-court talent and innovation, as well as his capacity to step up when his team most needed him. It assisted the Cavaliers in winning the contest and completing an incredible series comeback after falling behind 3-1, delivering Cleveland its first ever NBA title. The event solidified Irving's reputation as one of the greatest clutch players in NBA history and permanently inscribed his name in basketball mythology. Number 4. Ray Allen's corner three-pointer in Game 6 of the 2013 NBA Finals. In Game 6 of the 2013 NBA Finals, Ray Allen made a corner three-pointer that was pure nerve and clutch play. LeBron James missed a critical three-point attempt with just seconds remaining in the game, and the Miami Heat were behind the San Antonio Spurs by 3 points. Chris Bosh, who was waiting in the corner, received the rebound and kicked the ball out to Allen. Allen shot a high-arcing three-pointer that went straight through the net in one fluid motion, tying the score and forcing overtime. The shot was evidence of Allen's amazing shooting skills and his capacity to perform well under duress. Allen's reputation as one of the greatest clutch players in NBA history was cemented when the Heat used the opportunity to help them win the game and ultimately the NBA championship. His corner three-pointer in Game 6 of the 2013 NBA Finals will always be regarded as one of the most famous shots in NBA history, solidifying his status as one of the greatest three-point shooters in basketball history. Number 3. LeBron James' block on Andre Iguodala in Game 7 of the 2016 NBA Finals. In Game 7 of the 2016 NBA Finals, LeBron James' block on Andre Iguodala was a display of sheer athletic genius and defensive mastery. In the dying seconds of the game, with the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Golden State Warriors deadlocked, Iguodala found himself on a fast break with an open path to the hoop. Although he was behind the play, LeBron James ran down the court and leaped into the air to meet Iguodala at the basket. In a thrilling play, James used his enormous wingspan to block Iguodala's layup attempt, maintaining the tie and the Cavaliers' hopes. The block was evidence of James' extraordinary athleticism and his capacity to make a pivotal play when his team most needed him. The crucial play enabled the Cavaliers to go on to win the game and the series after falling behind 3-1, bringing Cleveland its first ever NBA title. As one of the greatest defensive plays in basketball history, it solidified James's reputation as one of the best all-around players in NBA history. Number 2. Kobe Bryant's 81-point game in 2006. One of the finest individual displays of scoring skill ever witnessed on the court was Kobe Bryant's 81-point outburst in a game in 2006. Bryant was wearing his recognizable number 8 jersey, dominated the game against the Toronto Raptors from the first to the conclusion. Bryant constantly attacked the Raptors' defense with a variety of techniques, including jump shots, fadeaways, and drives to the basket throughout his scoring spree, which was a masterclass in offensive basketball. He also demonstrated his tremendous three-point shooting ability by making 7 of them throughout the game. Bryant's place as one of the best players in NBA history was solidified by his performance, which assisted the Los Angeles Lakers in winning 122-104. The iconic 100-point performance by Wilt Chamberlain in 1962 was the highest single-game scoring total in NBA history, surpassing the 81 points scored in this contest. Fans of the game will never forget it, and it served as evidence of Bryant's extraordinary talent, skill, and commitment to the game. Number 1. Michael Jordan's flu game in the 1997 NBA Finals. One of the most memorable performances in basketball history is Michael Jordan's flu game in the 1997 NBA Finals. Many fans and observers questioned if Jordan, who is frequently considered the best player of all time, would even be able to play due to a severe bout of illness. Jordan performed with a level of passion and desire that motivated both his teammates and the crowd despite his illness, one of the finest examples of tenacity and fortitude in NBA history. He battled through physical depletion and fatigue to score 38 points, grab 7 rebounds, and dish out 5 assists in a game. The Chicago Bulls won a crucial game in the series thanks to Jordan's flu performance, which ultimately helped the team win its 5th NBA title. It was a turning point in Jordan's career that solidified his reputation as one of the best competitors and champions the game had ever seen. It also demonstrated his unshakable dedication to excellence in the face of hardship. These 1 in a trillion NBA moments have served as a reminder of the extraordinary talent and hard work needed to excel in the game of basketball. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe for more.